realistically.
All right, so the president wants college football to go on, but the Big Ten and Pac-12 saw it differently, postponing their fall seasons as of right now. The Big 12, SEC, and ACC still forging ahead with their seasons. Stephen A., I realize SEC football, honestly, is a different beast, right? How important do you think the SEC's decision is on all of this?
Oh, it's going to be pivotal. It's going to be pivotal for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to extend beyond the world of sports because we know sports intertwines with everything at this particular moment in time. And Max, I've been very, very interested in having this conversation with you because it's a conversation that I'm voluntarily instigating, and I'm certainly interested in hearing your perspective of what I have to say about this. Obviously, when we think about SEC, we think about how big time the conference is. We're looking at it from a football perspective. I'm going to extend far beyond that. I'm going to say that it's going to affect the politics of this nation potentially. We have to take into consideration that the President of the United States basically took the South when he won election with more electoral college votes. Obviously not the popular vote, but the electoral college votes. We've heard him come out and say it would be tremendously bad and all of this other stuff if college football was canceled, not really accepting his role in terms of being responsible for all of this, because had you been wearing a mask, had you encouraged the nation to wear a mask, had you refused to show up without a mask, had you refused to have rallies and all of this other stuff where people are conjugating or getting together with one another, rather in close proximity with one another without wearing a mask, had you prioritized more the importance of paying attention to the ill effects of the coronavirus and the catastrophic effect it was having on the globe, not just this nation, things would have been a bit different. Some would argue, and there may not have been the spike that we have witnessed in over 35 states in the United States of America. But that obviously has not been the case, and that is the reason that we're talking about the potential postponement, if not the cancellation, of college football altogether, not just the Big Ten or the Pac-12 conference. So if you're the SEC, who hasn't made that decision yet, Max, just like the ACC. Well, the ACC, what's the preeminent squad in the ACC? That would happen to be Dabo Swinney's Clemson Tigers. Where are they located, Max? South Carolina. That's one of the states that Donald Trump took, if I remember correctly. I'm looking at a map here of the states that Donald Trump took in 2016. I see North Carolina, I see South Carolina, I see Georgia, I see Tennessee, I see Alabama, I see Mississippi, I see Arkansas, I see Louisiana, I see Oklahoma, Texas, Nebraska. I'm sorry, when you look at the ACC, when you look at the SEC, one could argue, at least in 2016, that was Donald Trump country. And so if they don't have college football and they're economically ravaged because of the absence of college football and the absence of that revenue from those local economies, how do we anticipate people are going to react to that? I don't know if they'll react that good. It remains to be seen. So it might be a bit far-fetched. I understand that. And I'm no aficionado. I'll defer to those who are. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just looking at the map here, and I'm deducing logically the fact that if you end up not having college football, particularly in the SEC, who many have argued is the #1 football conference and has been for years. No Nick Saban, no Ed Orgeron, no anybody. No football on Saturdays. You don't have that going on, you're going to look for somebody to point the finger at. And the fact of the matter is, since it's going to be directly, because the cancellation, the potential cancellation, or at least the postponement at the moment of college football is directly and